Let's fly through this because there's a lot of sacks to look at. First one is 3rd and long. Line to gain is the pink line at the 25-yard line. Play is going to be pretty simple. You want the curl in the slot to Tyler Boyd. If that's not there and you have some time, you want the tight end because he's chipping. Chigakonkwo is chipping. That's what all those scribbles mean. And then he's running an over route that crosses over the linebacker level. And if you're really lucky, you can throw the streak to Calvin Ridley, but there's no pre-snap disguise. This is cover 2, base cover 2. So your first look should not be the streak. You typically don't throw a streak against cover 2 unless you have lots of time or you're desperate. The only way to hit Ridley, the red streak right here at the bottom of the screen, is to throw an absolute missile to this void between the safety, below the safety, and above the cornerback. The Matt Stafford special, the pot shot. It's really hard to do, and you really need to step into your throw because it needs to get on the receiver fast. Roll the film, top of the drop. The curl that is your first read is not open, and you can see that that's where Levis looks. Curl, not open. Levis is starting to notice that the pocket is beginning to collapse on him. He's a little early to recognize, but I mean, he's right. The right guard is being pushed directly back into his lap. Now at this point, yes, Ridley is open, but you do not have the time to set your feet and throw a 20-yard bullet pass to a streak in cover 2. In fact, you don't even have time to wait for the crosser from the tight end who chipped because you are sacked. No fault sack. Come on. This one's first down, so any check down is acceptable, but it's also pretty self-explanatory. Here's Will Levis getting out of his drop back. Except he's not getting out of his drop back because J.C. Latham gets walked around like a large traffic cone. Absolutely no possible way to blame Levis for this sack. This one I actually blame Levis for. It's first down, so any check down is acceptable, and right here, yes, 72 is about to behead you. But Pollard is right there with the check down. You can get 2nd and 7. Just throw the ball. Levis tries to take off because he thinks he can run, right? Like, ball should come out here. Just throw it out there. It doesn't have to be a perfect windup. Instead, he pulls it down and gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's not the end of the world. It's basically a loss of 3 yards, but it is an at-fault sack. That's the first one you can blame Levis for. 2nd down, it might even be the next play. Levis is at the top of his drop when he realizes his right tackle is being walked around yet again. Notice that J.C. Latham's not getting walked around because this time he has help from Pollard. Levis immediately has to bail to his left. Nobody's open whatsoever. And while you could argue that he could throw the ball away, he lost half a yard, so I don't really care. No fault sack. Plus pocket movement for actually extending the play as much as he did. Get the guy somebody open or somebody who can block. But he has neither. Right here, Will Anderson is pushing, quote-unquote power tackle J.C. Latham directly into Will Levis like a bowling ball into a pin. So here's the top of the drop. Here's where the ball needs to get out. And once again, you're thinking, what about Westbrook-Ikine? He's open. Well, it's 3rd down, and you have to get to the 33-yard line. I don't think that is a 10-yard play, right? Now, it might make a field goal easier, but you're not getting a first down. The tragedy of it all is that it's actually a really well-designed play where Ridley's going to motion inside, that's the squiggles, and then he's going to run this deep flag route. At the bottom of the screen, you're also going to have a streak. Both of them win, and this is against cover 3. It is the exact coverage you want to beat with this play, right? The streak at the bottom of the screen clears out the bottom of the screen. The linebackers aren't dropping deep enough to cover the flag route. Ridley will be wide open if you give him a little bit of time, and it might even be a touchdown. And God forbid the bottom of the screen receiver, Lord know his name, gets open on the streak. That is also a touchdown. This is a designed long developing play. It's supposed to take a long time, and everybody holds up and does their job except for the top 10 pick. Levis, as soon as Levis is available to throw, like you could throw the underneath route, right? That little drag route or crosser from the slot receiver towards the middle of the screen right now. But by the time it's actually open, Levis is already being hit. No fault sack. This one's funny in how violent and easy it is. J.C. Latham played terribly. This is actually going to be a middle screen. See how the offensive line kind of forms around the tight end? It's supposed to be a screen. Will Levis just got sacked on a screen. That's how terrible the offensive line was. Now, you're supposed to throw that in the dirt, so I get it. That's on Levis. Fault sack. But it just goes to show what kind of conditions he's dealing with. That is the either first or second sack that we've blamed Levis for. Top of the drop. It is first down. Everything is available to you, buddy. Check it down. There are 3 checkdowns in the area. One of them should be hit. That sack is totally on Levis. Now, the protection still stinks, but you still got to get the ball out. Levis is dealing with terrible protection, and he's not handling it particularly well, but he's also certainly not the problem.